of course, then from here, we can, for example, move our hands and find other sounds. Like, for example, I can move my left hand on the hi-hat and do the same thing that I was doing before, following either hands or just playing these patterns that I was playing. So something like this. And so on. So just by starting to move one of the hands, I can obtain other effects, or I can just, play whatever I'm doing with my strokes on the cymbals. So something like this. Okay, or you can implement this in a linear fill or in another fill that you're doing to kind of like, I like to use it in a way that it's like what I'm doing, it reaches a peak. Okay, it's like I'm playing on this linear fill and then I go on the non-linear fill to kind of like accent and outline certain parts of the fill, and in this way it's like it builds even more the fill that I'm playing to then explode in something else. So for example, something like this. So it kind of gets even more intense in those parts, and it gives a dynamic to the fill. It gives a arriving point also to the fill. It's like I'm building something. Okay, it's like the final phrase in this case, ta 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 ta, or you can use it in many different ways. This is just a couple examples. Another thing, of course, would be to use my hands together, and so build, like, for example, a fill, and I always maintain the frequency rule. So, for example, a nice way of using this could be one of the most used, so floor and snare together. Or cymbals and hands together. Or floor and cymbals together, for example. Or moving around. And finding different solutions. You can also play crisscross. Whatever you guys want to do, but that's another example of how to use this kind of non-linear fields. And then if we want to use this in a groove, a couple of ideas or a couple of ways that I've tried and used this type of fills, it would be like something like this. Okay, so again, these are just some examples of how you can use the nonlinear fills, how you can apply them in a musical context or in the fills itself, and some combinations. Remember the rule of the frequencies that usually helps to create a very nice effect on these type of fills. So be creative, come up with all your ideas, get all the rudiments and try to play with your kicks, whatever your right hand is doing and then your left and so on. Have fun, and I'll see you next time.